Hey, what's up YouTube? My name is Graham, and this is going to be episode 6 of Let's Complete the Pokedex in Pokemon Blue. In today's episode, we are going to be playing through entirely in Blue. We don't need to catch any Pokemon in Red, and we are going to be trading a Spearow for a Farfetch'd. Then we're going to go and get the bike voucher, go back to Cerulean and get the bike. Then we're going to conquer the SSN. And then finally we are going to go through Diglett's cave and get a couple more Pokemon. And we're gonna do all of this before we beat the Cerulean gym, because I don't know why. But at the time I was playing, I thought that I'd already beaten the gym, and I actually, this is the episode that I found out that I didn't beat the gym. I was like, oh, oops, I did a lot of stuff without beating the gym. Because I tried to use cut, and then it's like, you need the gym badge, and I said, wait, what the fuck? I'm pretty sure I got it. And then I looked, and I didn't have the gym badge, and I was like, wow, I'm an idiot. I'm gonna go get that gym badge. But anyway, here's the I'm not sure, I've never known whether or not that's a girl or a guy, but this young person wants to trade a Spearow for a Farfetch'd. A very good deal, and so I'm gonna take it. That's the reason why I caught the extra Spearow. And I think that I'm gonna be using it throughout the this Farfetch'd throughout the playthrough. So far I've recorded a few more episodes, and I've only used it to HM Slave, but I might decide to train it up just because it'll gain the boosted experience because it was due to a trade, so I can level it back up to an appropriate level pretty easily, and I'm contemplating using it. I think I might. I've never really used a Farfetch'd, and I've never seen a Farfetch'd used in a Pokemon playthrough, so for that reason I kind of want to use it. So I think I think that I've decided that I'm actually going to level the thing up, and instead of just using it as a flyer and cutter, I'm actually going to have it take up a spot in my party but still be useful. And so we get 2 party members this episode, and no, one is not Diglett, so I don't know if you guys have a good idea of what Pokemon that is left, but it's a fairly unusual or not uncommon trade. It's an in-game trade, so that kind of narrows it down for those of you guys who are like sitting on the edge of your seats waiting, which I don't know if any of you are, probably not. And so for that reason, I think I might tell you, maybe. No, I'm gonna let the video play out. But this Pokemon will be a party member for us. Basically, I went and got the bike right there. Didn't need to show running back to Cerulean, because it's monotonous and not worth showing. But yeah. So anyway, here we get aboard the SSN. As a kid, oh, by the way, I do enjoy the SSN music. As a kid, I never really understood exactly how the SSN worked. I always thought that it was, as soon as you left, it left. I didn't understand that you could actually, go and then beat Gary, and then that's when you left, it left, because after you talked to the captain and made him feel better. I thought that it was just if you left, then it was gone, because like the first time I'd ever played through this part and beaten it, I just went straight for Gary, like without even knowing. I didn't even battle any trainers. I was just like, I'm just gonna look around and see what's there. Fought Gary, went and talked to the captain, and then that was it. And then I left because I needed to go heal, and then it left, and I was like, wow, I didn't get to explore that at all. So then from then on, I just never I never knew that I could leave without to go heal, so I always just stocked up on healing items and stuff, and went through it without ever stopping and fighting most of the trainers. Usually I didn't fight all of them because I would be running out of healing items and stuff, and PP for that matter, and it always made the Gary fight pretty difficult. And for that reason, on multiple occasions as a kid, I stopped playing at this point because I was like, this is going to be too hard. I don't have like a good enough party to deal with these guys. But since then, I have actually owned a strategy guide for this game. I got it a long time ago as a kid. I never really looked at it though, because I didn't lose too much sleep over this game. I played a lot. I had actually bought gold before I even ever had blue, so I always kind of was just like, oh yeah, I'll go play. Actually, I didn't get gold. I bought silver. That's blasphemy for my. If childhood me heard that, that'd be blasphemy to say I bought gold. No, I played silver. That was my very first video game ever for me to own. I got a Game Boy Color, a purple Game Boy Color, see-through, with the see-through plastic, so you could see like the inside stuff, the components, and I got Pokemon Silver, and I couldn't even read at that point. I was like just learning how to read, and so I was going into kindergarten, so I was just learning how to read, and then I learned how to read because of the game. Like, the game made me want to learn how to read. But yeah, anyway, I cut out the rest of the battle. Since I'm already cutting out the battles, I just decided to skip to the Gary fight, which was that, and I need to make sure to remind myself to put a crossfade in that, because that was a really awkward transition. It was just like a straight cut. But anyway, in this battle, I'm pretty much going to be using Hiroshi mostly to deal with the Pidgeotto and basically all of his Pokemon except for his Ivysaur, who is going to be dealt with via the Paris's Dig. Because if you don't know, Dig was actually super effective against grass poison types in first generation. The whole super effective thing was just a little off as far as for Pokemon Red, Blue, Yellow. That's one of the reasons why I think I kind of liked Gold and Silver better as a kid. Like, the super effectiveness was weird. It didn't have full color. That was a big part of it. I was like, this doesn't have color, and I thought the back sprites looked really weird. I just kind of overall preferred to play Gold or Silver, and then I got Crystal. I actually never owned Gold. I need to buy Gold, especially because I'm thinking about trying to complete the Pokedex in that too. So I do need to buy Gold. I don't know whether or not I'm gonna do it in a Let's Play though. I might do a Let's Play for completing the Pokedex in Gold and Silver, depending on how this one gets received. This Let's Play, but anyway, that's for a different time. As you can see, Hiroshi pretty much did work on all of his guys. This Gary fight is a pretty easy one, as long as, especially if you fight all the trainers on the SSN. It's a really easy fight. If not, it's still not all that challenging. Like, if you look at the last fight we had against our rival in Cerulean, his levels have not changed substantially, and if you fight all the trainers, then your levels will have changed substantially enough to make this an easy battle. Oh god, excuse me, I think I might have the hiccups. Hopefully not, because that would be annoying. But if I do, I will, I'm going to cut the recording for a second, and then come back when I have then gotten rid of my hiccups. And it's not actually, like, really a full recording. I'll just cut my commentating. I don't think I have them, because I haven't hiccuped. Okay, that's good. Hiccups suck. I remember seeing a thing on Reddit that was, this girl had the hiccups for 3 months, and then, or it was like, not 3 months, 3 weeks straight, and then it showed like a picture of her. She was on the news for it, and then it showed a picture of her later. She was like a serial killer or something like that, and so that was, the hiccups always make me think of that now, which is not good. Hiccups don't equal serial killer, but and so having that like idea implanted into my brain is bad. But yeah, anyway, the reason why I think that Gary fight is so easy is because he basically has the same team. His Pidgeotto was only like 1 level higher. He did go from a Bulbasaur to an Ivysaur, but he gained not enough levels. I don't remember what he was at in that original fight, and he did get his Kadabra, so he actually had a Pokemon that could do something. However, Kadabra was easily, like, dealt with. He wasn't hard at all, so I don't think any of that was really... Any of that battle isn't very challenging, unless you don't have anything to do with the opponent's starter, which was another one of my problems as a kid. I only wanted to train my starter, and so the opponent's starter, and when I had rival battles, was always a killer. I just couldn't get past him. It was hard, man. I would end up just really over leveling so that I could deal with him no matter what, instead of actually playing the game how I'm supposed to, with a equally leveled and well organized party, how you would in a normal RPG. But anyway, I'm thinking about doing a series, somewhat of a vlog-esque series of, because I'm trying to get more into RPGs, and so I was wondering what you guys would think if I did like a kind of like a weekly update on my RPG playing, because I'm playing a lot more RPGs, trying to get into turn-based RPGs specifically. I don't really have I don't own any really, so I'm kind of doing my as best as I can to sort of get into them without, because I don't like playing ROMs. It just doesn't have the same feeling. The only ROM I really play is the translated Mother ROM, original Mother, which I played before I even decided that I wanted to start getting into RPGs. I never beat the game, but it was a decent amount of fun. But after a while, it kind of started to drag for me. I didn't get too far, but I got probably about like a fifth through the game, and it was fun. So I'm thinking about I'm probably gonna start picking that up again. I don't know why I really never got into it. I don't know. It's just something about turn-based RPGs for me. It's hard to get into them, but I'm just gonna force myself to just get through the initial slowness of some of them, and really just kind of play the best out there as far as turn-based RPGs. Like, I'm not really playing the best out there as of right now. Like, I have a Brave Story New Traveler for PSP that I've been playing that as, like, I just leave it in my backpack, and when I have like a little bit of time, like after school and stuff, when I'm waiting to get picked up after I have baseball practice and all of that. So basically, I'll have like a good like 20-minute chunk or something, and I'll sit down and I'll play a little bit of Brave Story. But basically, I don't know what's like the best portable DS game, or not DS games, but just portable games in general that are like, or not portable RPGs in general to get into. But anyway, I digress. I was thinking about doing like a weekly series of like my updates as far as like turn-based RPGs that I've bought and ones that I'm playing, and just basically turn-based RPGs that I'm trying to play to get into the series. I do want to buy the PS1 games, because I've heard great things about that. Final Fantasy VII has been called the best game of all time, and there's Chrono Cross on it. I am trying to get into more entry level. Oh, by the way, this is the trade. You can trade an Abra for a Mr. Mime, and Mr. Mime is going to be one of our party members. Surprise! When have you ever seen Mr. Mime used on a Pokemon team on YouTube? When have you ever seen Mr. Mime, Farfetch'd, and Paris used? Let's just answer those three. Those three Pokemon I've never seen them used on a Pokemon playthrough, and so for that reason I'm using them. But anyway, I digress from that. I do want to get the PS1 Final Fantasies, but I want to like get into more sort of entry level RPGs, if you will, because I'm not super experienced with them. The only turn-based RPGs that I ever really like solidly got into were ones that are almost not really like, they're not deep at all really. Like Pokemon is one of them that I really got into, just partly just because I thought it was so cool, like as a kid, the idea of raising Pokemon and stuff. And I still am kind of a kid, so I shouldn't say as a kid, but as a young child. And so and I also got into the Paper Mario and Mario and Luigi games were a ton of fun for me. And so I'm thinking about probably I want to kind of do like a weekly thing, like update on how I'm feeling about turn-based RPGs and RPGs in general. I'm playing it's not turn-based, but I'm somewhat into like having fun with the what's it called? What's the game? The World Ends With You. I've heard is a great RPG on the DS. I've been playing that. And yeah, anyway, that's going to conclude this episode. I can continue talking about RPGs for a while if I'm talking about like why I want to get into them and all of that. And yeah, the video is ended. So anyway, I hope you guys enjoyed, and I will see you guys next time.